Make the strings louder.
What is up, guys? My name is Kameding, and today we are looking at a progress report from Nelson Sexton, the creator of Unturned. Now, today there was no actual update, no more content in the game, but what he did show us is, as you can see on screen, he tweeted a link, of course, to the Steam community at approximately 9 in the morning on the 23rd of September. He tweeted his progress report on the NPCs and how it's all going, as well as the reputation. And as you can see, I tweeted about this saying, amazing stuff, keep on going, Nelson, you are amazing, because I'll show you guys the progress report and a little bit of everything that he's doing. And as you can see, everyone has been just loving what Nelson is doing right now. Literally, page after page after page of tweets from people are just saying how much they like this. And on that note, let's get right into the progress report. Now, if you guys want to just read this for yourself, the link will be down below, and you can just click on that and go off my video and just read it for yourself. But if you want to hear me to just summarize it for you and give my opinion and everything about it, you can continue to watch this video. But anyway, so far what Nelson has been doing is he added an NPC, and I don't know where the NPC is going to be in the Washington and Yukon and PEI and Russia maps, but every map editor has what he calls a character in the level editor that they can place. It's basically like an object they can place wherever they want, and you can specify the clothing, the gear, the equipped item, and the hair of the NPC, and there's probably a lot more because he said etc. And then you can, of course, place them wherever you want to, so you can place them in level. I don't know if they have to be in level editors yet. That's not exactly shown yet, but that's what we have so far. And then he says that there's a bunch of animations that you can make him do. You can make him like look around, maybe like start spinning around and stuff, looking at places. You can make them like inspect, like they're looking inside their inventory. And then you can also just make them, or maybe they already do this, just look at you whenever you're standing right next to them. And so it looks like they're actually talking to you. And then also, as you can see on the screen right now, a little dialogue right here. He's making it where you can, like, I think, make your own dialogue. And I think basically you can type what you want. You can type all the choices. You can do whatever choice you get, you can make it whatever you do there. It's like a conditions thing. It's very confusing, but basically I'm pretty sure any modder can just go in here and just edit the crap out of this NPC. So basically, as you can see on the screen, it says, hello, how's it going? You can say, hi, I'm Nelson, going well, how about you? You can say anything I can help with, or got anything for sale. Because of course I'll show you a little bit later that there's a shop in the NPC as well as quest things in the NPC. But going back to this, so as I said, any modder can edit what the NPC says. You can edit the choices that the player can choose, and then you can edit what the NPC says to that choice. So of course, yeah, it does get a little confusing, and of course he's going to be adding karma as well as like reputation stuff inside of this, so NPCs can communicate differently to different reputations. But let's just go on to the quests now. Now here's one sample quest that Nelson just made, just for like a little example. As you can see, test quest, we need help doing something. Find 2 eagle fires, which he did, and kill 10 zombies by that green tree. And if you do that, you're going to get 25 experience, 10 reputation, and 3 medkits. And of course, you can just abandon it if you don't want to do it anymore. And this is how the quests are going to look like. I don't know if this will just like show up in your inventory. If you like give up, you can just press abandon like that or something. But like I said before with the conversation, if you are a modder, you can somehow go inside the configuration file, or maybe it's just going to be in the level editor. There's going to be a bunch of stuff you can do. I don't exactly know how this is going to all work out because he hasn't really explained all that. But you can, of course, edit all this, make it give you more reputation or less reputation, or more experience or less experience. And also, each reputation you have, you're going to get a different quest. So if you have really bad reputation, you might not get a quest at all, or you might get a crappy quest, or you might get a quest that's for your reputation. I don't exactly, well, like I said, know everything about this, as it's very unclear until next week when it actually comes out. And then here's another thing, and I think the last thing about the NPCs that Nelson is going to add. And he said, note, this menu especially needs a bit of work. So it's probably not even close to done, but hopefully it does come out next Friday, as he says later on. But this is basically NPCs can also run stores which buy and sell specific items for XP points. And as you can see like this, probably each NPC, so you can have a farmer NPC, you can have a like cooking NPC, you can have a military NPC, and all this stuff, and you can sell, like you can buy a maple strike, or you can sell a medkit, you can sell a cobra, you can buy a camp axe. And all this is basically a currency of XP. Now, if you guys are already like, if you ever made a map, you would know that there's purchase nodes, which basically does the same thing. If you stand inside a certain area, you can press E, or I think it's actually F, and then it buys the item, and it just takes out the experience and gives you the weapon or item or food. But now it's basically doing the same thing as that did, but with an NPC. Now, I've been trying to do something kind of like this with a modder, and we were about to figure it out until Nelson finally just adds it in the game. So congratulations to Nelson. Thank you for doing this finally, because I've actually wanted it. As you can see, the whole community of Unturned wants this as well. Now, me and my modder actually still might try to edit this config so we can actually maybe trade items for items, or sell like a gun and get like dollar notes, and then those dollar notes can be this currency instead of XP. Now, I don't know if Nelson will actually just add that himself so you can make it where it's not just XP, but it'll also be items for items, or if it might just be XP for items or items for XP. We'll see how Nelson does that, but if not, we'll try to make it work like that, but we'll see how that works out. And the last thing on Nelson's progress report that's not about the NPCs, well, it kind of actually is. It's built into the NPCs, but not exactly in the NPCs, is the reputation system, which is coming back from Unturned 2.0, which many people have wanted for a while now. And well, as you can see, they added 2 achievements. I think he added this on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of am guessing that, give or take maybe a couple days. But these 2 achievements were added around then, and it's showing that you get an achievement for getting a high reputation and a low reputation. And what this is showing in the update is he's determining on who the aggressor was. So if you attacked first, your rep will decrease, and vice versa. So if I shoot someone and they shoot me, they won't lose rep, or maybe not lose as much reputation as what would happen if they first shot me. But then he also goes on to say how that's going to be hard to like figure out, and it's going to be very tricky to determine whether a kill was offensive or defensive. So he said that if this doesn't work out very well, he's just going to make it similar to 2.0, which if you don't know how 2.0 was, you can read that somewhere on the wiki of Unturned. Now he says how reputation is shown is it's shown in the chat and also in the player list and when looking at someone. So the color of their name, I think, or something like that changes, or it says color coded as their score gets larger. So yeah, the color changes on their name is how that's going to work. Now, also another way, which is, I think, a very big fix that Nelson's going to have to do and really think about what he's doing right here. He says you can also boost your rep by healing other players. Now, if you just kick your friend from your group, punch him, and wrap him up in a rag, punch him, wrap him up in a rag, punch him, wrap him up in a rag, you're going to just farm rep like that. Of course, that's not going to work out very well. So he's going to have to try to figure out how to make it where you can't have any exploits inside of this reputation. But then he says at the end, the rest of the day and probably a bit on the weekend, I'll still be polishing up these features. For example, adding item icons to the quest details, fixing bugs, and improving the UI and more options for the conditions/rewards. My goal for next week is to start on the actual content with an NPC base in the waters of southern Russia for 3.17.0.0 next Friday. So I don't know if the NPCs are going to actually be coming out next Friday, or if you're just going to make a little base for them. That's unclear in this. But anyways, that is all that this Friday had to offer in Unturned. No update, just a progress report. And if you go click on the link below in the steamcommunity.com thing where you can see the actual update, if you go to the comments, everyone is happy, just like I showed on Twitter. This is amazing, dude. Nice work. I think it's a great idea because it will be fun to play alone and you can't get that bored as well. Cool, mate. Yes, NPCs. Now I can simulate playing with people because I have no friends. So this is just a great thing. Thank you, Nelson. And thank you, the Unturned community, for supporting Nelson so much, for wanting him to keep on going. Anyways, it's been your boy Kameding, and I'm out of here. See you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this little update.